drunk for death, maybe.
How 3D and shit that is.
What are you doing?
That's 3D.
That's what you want them to hear?
Yeah.
I'm recording already. It's recording. You can stop that.
Oh, you mean like the official recording?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Breakroom Bullshit.
We're back.
And welcome,
I'm back.
Welcome back, Gable.
Yay, I'm here.
Gable returned. Everyone seemed to hate Tito.
Everyone seemed to like Tito compared to me.
Everyone was like, hey, can we get less Tito?
That's actually the opposite of what I heard.
Did you hear Brooks's? He was like, we want more Tito, but not less Gable.
Yeah.
He was being polite.
It's okay.
No,
I have low self-esteem. You can't offend me.
Well, here we are. We're on. You know what episode we're on now?
Is it episode 14?
Yeah.
How'd I know?
I already knew that you were going to know. We're on episode 14. We've been doing this for a while, and still no one seems to care.
No, they don't.
But
I care. You care.
I
we
care. That's what really matters. Brooks cares.
I challenge whoever's new to listen all the way through. I bet you can't do it.
Brandon cares.
Brandon does care.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Cat still cares.
Cat?
You know,
Oh, yeah.
You know what? If they care, they should go to our Twitter. What is it?
Our Twitter is at BreakroomBS1.
Yeah.
That's at BreakroomBS and then the number 1.
Yeah, and then go to our SoundCloud to listen to the show and all of our shows and our special reviews and hear us say nothing but good things about them. Breakroom BS is the page and Breakroom Bullshit is the title, so you can stream and download them on there.
I want some comments and corrections in the comments for SoundCloud.
Yeah, like what do we need to do?
Yeah.
How can we make things better?
Or like if we say something wrong, just comment at that time spot. That's the cool thing about SoundCloud. You can go on the fucking exact second you want to time or a comment on, and then just correct the fuck out of us.
I agree.
Tell us how we're wrong.
Yeah.
It's more feedback than we get now.
And no more make it shorter because we're doing it. We're working on it. We're trying to make it shorter.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We're making it shorter. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. Let's see how this ends, and we'll know.
We've been talking for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and I feel like we're about done. I feel like we're about done.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Wait, no, let's do the show.
Oh yeah. Let's squeeze that in there.
Yeah. We're gonna start off with some news. You ready for some news?
Yep.
All right, here's some news. Let's do some news. Here's what we got. We don't have much news this week, I'll tell you that. Not much at all. I don't think Gable knows what any of these things are.
No, I know Oprah's in one of them.
Not every black woman is Oprah.
Every black woman on printed in only black and white toner is Oprah, though.
Not to mention, just because she's not fat. Isn't Oprah fat?
I think she used to be. I don't think she is anymore.
Didn't she kind of go off and on from fatty to not fatty?
I never really watched her, so I've seen various pictures, but never. I didn't follow her closely.
I've seen her in the public eye.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, our first article is Angela Bassett is added to the Black Panther. Our first article is Angela Bassett is added to the Black Panther cast.
Take 2.
Yeah. I can just edit that though, so we'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I tell you how we had to edit out some stuff from Tito's one thing?
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what it is, obviously, because we're not keeping it in here. But we were in the show, well, whenever we recorded his first segment, we only have one recorded so far. I'm going to record at least 2. For the future stuff, you know what I mean? How we're recording stuff for the future ones?
Yeah.
I recorded it, and then we were talking about something, and afterwards he just didn't want it in there. Well, it was good reasons. It didn't really have anything to do with anything else we were talking about. So I went in there and edited out like 3 minutes. And you couldn't even tell it's edited out.
Really?
I'm a champ, dude.
The pro.
Yeah, I'm a
Dave's
pro.
a pro.
I am. I'm a pro.
14 episodes in, you better be by now.
Like, you're a real fucking... You're right. You got tricked.
I don't see where this hostility is coming from.
I'm a hostile person. Angela Bassett has joined the cast of Marvel Studios' Black Panther. Bassett will play Ramonda, mother of T'Challa, a.k.a. the Black Panther.
He's Black Panther's mom.
Oh, the Black Panther. I don't know why I had trouble with that last one.
He's Black Panther's mom.
He's his mom. She's his mama?
Yeah. Did I say he?
No, I think you did. Whatever you said it right. I fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, you did good.
Nice.
That's who Angela Bassett's going to play the Black Panther.
Is she from anything?
She's from a lot of things, I think.
What's love got to do with it?
It says on here, huh?
Olympus Has Fallen.
Green Lantern.
She was in Green Lantern? I don't remember any black chicks in Green Lantern.
Maybe she's the Black Lantern. I don't know what they're talking about. Is there a Black Lantern?
I mean, yeah, but not in the movie.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
a black person?
I didn't get to that part in the John's run.
It better not be a black person. That's just racist.
I just got done reading Sinestro Core War, so I'm not to any of that stuff yet. Am I talking low again?
Yeah, I think you are.
Look at that. I thought I was doing good.
Look at these little guys.
Thought I was doing good. I mean,
you're doing good now.
Okay.
You're not you're like Tito, who on the last one he was just talking like this. I have to tell you something. And this is what he did. He goes, "That's not what you want to do." Oh. And then he literally almost like had sex with the microphone orally.
Does Tito listen weekly?
No.
No?
I don't think he does.
Oh.
He's got more important shows and podcasts to listen to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
Let's move on from here. All right, here we go. Here's some breaking. This is going to blow your mind.
I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. I see Captain Marvel there.
It's not breaking at all. There's nothing breaking about this.
Is Brie Larson playing Captain Marvel?
It's stuff you already knew. Kevin Feige knows the importance of the Captain Marvel movie. This article is a perfect example of what a slow news week it was. A highly anticipated film due in part to the character's popularity and it being Marvel's first female-led solo film. Feige opened up about finding the right filmmaker. Having a female director at the helm to tell the story of a woman who is also our most powerful hero by far is very important to us. I didn't realize how powerful she was, apparently.
Yeah, I hear she's about to be the new like OP of the universe.
Like
overpowered. I think that's video game terminology. I picked that up somewhere.
If you have okay, don't do that ever again.
I'm sorry.
If you had the collector cards of the Marvel characters and you could see the power levels, she would be off the charts compared to anyone that we've previously introduced in a film. That's really saying something. Vision.
Yeah, I can see. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it go on? Does it say anything about her like first appearance? If she's gonna appear first in Infinity War, or is she gonna?
We're getting there.
Okay. I just
you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
But you fucking shot your load early.
I did.
No, you took my dick and shot my load early. Is what you did.
Premature ejaculation.
You did. You shot my load early for me.
We already knew you had that problem. Well, wait, wasn't that the problem we had?
What?
Wasn't that the problem you had? Remember there was a problem you had?
Oh, I think of the doctor for?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck was it? I'm trying to remember. I can't even remember. Dude, that was like the first 2 episodes.
We aren't even that many episodes in, to be honest, so we shouldn't...
Dude, that was 3 months ago.
Yeah, I guess that's hard to remember.
It's a ways back.
I thought it was just our combined bad memory.
It's probably that too. With Captain Marvel, who has powers that approach a level that we haven't seen before in our films, you need to counterbalance that by finding somebody who is also very human and very relatable and can get into a groove with the audience, where they're willing to see her fly through the sun and punch a moon away from a spacecraft. That's a little ridiculous.
Shit, dude. She's probably going to knock fucking... Oh, I guess we won't have her in time for Guardians. Never mind. I was going to say with fucking Ego, she could just punch Ego right in the fucking face.
At the same time, we need her to land and have relatable flaws. Brie is a person you're going to want to go on this journey with, just like Benedict or Robert or Chris Pratt, or anyone we've casted so far because we're Marvel. I like how they said they need someone who's very human. Anyone you cast is human unless it's CGI.
Yeah.
They're all humans playing them. That's fine. I know what he meant by it. It was also recently reported that Captain Marvel will make her debut in Avengers Infinity War.
Ooh, okay.
That'll be her first one.
So do you think... Okay, now here's a new question. Let me pose this question to you, Dave. Do you think it's going to be...
I like this.
Before it's going to take place...
Is her story going to be before or after Infinity War, you're saying?
I'm going to assume it's before.
I mean, I assume it's going to be an origin, so I would assume
nobody
it's
knows. I mean, I don't mean nobody, but nobody. The regular Marvel moviegoer does not know anything.
I don't know anything about
this character.
Other than whenever I saw like she was hot, and I was like looking at like porn of her, and I wanted to know a little bit more about her, but I forgot since then.
Dude, Brie Larson is a really good actress. I need you to watch a movie called Room.
Is this one you've been telling me to watch for a long time?
Yeah, it's good.
But she's not in it, though.
Yeah,
we got a problem here.
I mean, she is.
You ready? Oh, is she? I'll put it on the list. Room just made the list!
Room.
Where's
Is this the list? Wait. Where's the list?
That was me writing it on the list.
See, you didn't have to explain it. It made it less funny.
They didn't know what that was. I go, where's the list? And they hear this. It's just scratching.
They may think you're fucking, I don't know, scratching the table. And just for some reason you're just so obsessed with it, you just scratched it right into the table with your fingernails.
Well, then it's not funny.
No, it's kind of scary at that point.
Yeah. My fingernails would hurt, I'll tell you that. Alright, okay, let's move on. Okay, it's not. Let's move on to the next article here. Fox sets some release dates here for Marvel films and possibly Avatar 2. Fox has scheduled Marvel movies for November 2nd, 2018, February 14th, 2019. Can one of the films be Deadpool 2, which just hired director David Leitch? I'd say probably the February one, right? Since the last one came out in February.
Yeah. That'd
be my guess. A third Marvel film was also removed from the schedule, which was previously set for October 6, 2017. So as of right now...
they probably just moved up Deadpool.
You think so?
I don't know.
As of right now, they only have 2 movies on their slate that are Marvel ones, it looks like. I don't know.
It could have been another X-Men movie, but they're getting shit worked out with Marvel.
Is that what you think's happening?
I mean, I'm just speculating.
You're the only person that thinks that.
That's fine.
It's not true. There's other people. Tito, then there's an untitled Fox Lightstorm film that 20th Century Fox has set for...
What the fuck did you just say? Lightstorm. Okay.
And then there's an untitled Fox/Lightstorm film that 20th Century Fox has set for December 21st, 2018. Our guess is that will be Avatar 2. The main reason they're guessing that, which they don't say, is that Lightstorm Film is James Cameron's production company.
I thought Disney bought rights to Avatar.
I've never heard of that.
Because they're building an Avatar park in Disney.
I've never heard of that. Maybe they own their theme park rights or something. I've never heard of them buying the... Fox owns Avatar still.
Okay. Oh, I mean, I guess if they're reporting that, I would assume they checked their facts, so...
Yeah. I heard nothing about Disney buying Avatar.
I'm almost certain that Disney's making an Avatar theme park.
I don't know that at all.
Universal
Studios...
Check this?
Doesn't Universal Studios have rides that aren't owned by Universal?
Yeah, but I don't think with all the properties going around, I don't think they would just be giving out shit like that willy-nilly.
I read something about an Avatar theme park, something to do with one. I don't know if that... We're going to pause. We're going to look into this and prove Gable wrong here. I'm kidding. Gable's always right. He's wrong. We'll be back. All right, and we're back, and it turns out that Gable was right. Disney bought the rights to Avatar and all of their future films and the toys and James Cameron's children's.
Yeah, they're going to use his children in the Small World ride.
That's pretty funny.
No, the article I have here says Disney to license rights to Avatar for theme park attractions. So they strictly have theme park attractions.
I could have sworn there was something else that I read too that wasn't Avatar. This was maybe a year or so ago. That was very similar. Like they bought the rights to something else to do their theme parks. Didn't they have Marvel stuff before they bought Marvel?
Who? Disney?
Yeah.
They wanted to do a non-ride type thing at Disney. I haven't seen any progress on that getting made. I haven't seen any stories about them putting stuff up. Although last time I was down there and visiting Disney, we did go. We took one of the buses to the park, and
it was short.
Yeah, well, the one the bus driver mentioned that what we were driving by was where they were building the Avatar theme ride. So that's the only reason I knew about that.
You had insider trading knowledge going on.
I don't know if that's insider trading
from a bus driver.
It sounds like public knowledge, but
okay, it sounds like a bus driver trading knowledge. But you're being.
I'm sure the bus driver is very informed about all of the company's decision making.
And we're gonna finish up with some non-newsworthy Star Wars news. All right, Kathleen Kennedy has spoke about Walt Disney Studios and Lucasfilm's second Star Wars story film.
She's in charge of the continuity or something.
Yeah, she's basically the Disney person that she's the Kevin Feige. For Star Wars.
He's become a good comparison. Like whenever Jeff Johns got signed to DC's movies, they're like, oh, he's gonna be the Kevin Feige of DC. So he must be pretty proud of himself.
I would be. He's doing a great fucking job.
He's pretty. Would you say he's a household name yet, or
no?
Getting there.
No,
getting there.
I don't think that my cousins, my mom, or anyone in my family would know who Kevin Feige is if I said his name.
They should.
I'll make sure of it.
There's Dave going off about that. Some Kevin guy. I think
they're all getting Kevin Feige themed Christmas presents.
I can't wait to get my Kevin Feige socks from Hot Topic.
Dude, my niece is gonna love her Kevin Feige jammies. I get her.
Is it the onesie ones?
Yeah, they have like a poop flap on them for pooping. Yeah.
Is the poop flap like a script for the next Marvel movie?
It's the front page. I've always wanted pajamas with a poop flap. That's such a cool
idea.
You
know what the better idea for a poop flap is?
What?
If they took one of the Fox scripts for an X-Men movie and just shit on.
Because it's what it is.
Yeah,
it's poo.
It's poo.
But wouldn't that defeat the purpose? Because you're not unflapping it. You're just pooping right on it because it sucks.
Yeah, that's why it's so different.
Yeah.
It's the selling point.
No, DC is going to release the DC pajamas with a poop flap, and it cannot open.
Dude,
you just shit right in your pants.
DC diapers for children.
Yeah, based on the DC shared film cinematic universe. Oh fuck!
Critics shit on Suicide Squad, and now
your
kid will too.
What a great marketing campaign! All right, let's get back on track here to non-funny stuff.
What are we talking? Oh, Star Wars.
She's talking about the Han Solo film. This moves closer to a heist or a Western type feel. We've talked about Remington and those primary colors that are used in his paintings define the look and feel of the film. I don't know what that means. I think they're referring to a Western painting. Apparently, this Western painting is the feel of Han Solo the movie.
Let me see this painting.
Fine. Don't just. He's looking at the painting, folks. Someone's riding a bull, I think.
So, so there's...
Chewbacca is the bull.
I'm going to describe this painting.
The film is going to be Han Solo riding Chewie's back for 2 hours.
There's a man sitting on a saddle. That saddle is strapped upon a horse who's on its hind legs. What?
It's a horse?
Springing forward into its next step. Both its front legs are off the ground.
Into its next, wait for it, step.
But if you look right below this horse, you see a solid, at least 1.5 long, throbbing cock.
Oh my god, dude! No, that's a different picture that I downloaded for myself.
Oh, fuck.
That one's for me.
I got these mixed up.
That one's for me.
All right.
Let's get rid of that immediately. Okay, that's gone. Okay, here's the next Star Wars information.
Is this one not suck? You need to get it not suck.
This one's better. It's going to lead into a great conversation.
Great.
Kathleen Kennedy talks future Star Wars movies.
Isn't Kathleen Kennedy she's like
she's a movie coming out next week.
She's like the continuity person for.
She's like the Kevin Feige of the.
Yeah, the Kevin.
Yeah. Time travel.
That's all I got there.
Kathleen Kennedy talks future Star Wars movies. That's a conversation going on right now, too. I have to honestly tell you, could we do nothing but standalones? Sure, but I don't know. We're looking at all of that. There are possible movies that we have been talking a lot about, but we are planning to sit down in January. Since we will have had The Force Awakens released, now Rogue One, and we finished shooting Episode 8, we have enough information where we can step back a little bit and say, hey, what are we doing? What do we feel is exciting, and what are some of the things we want to explore?
Okay.
No, go with this. Go ahead.
I was going to ask... Well, it's a question... I don't know if we should wait until... You might answer my question.
Let me read this.
Yeah.
Along with their interview with Kennedy, the Entertainment Weekly also confirms previous rumors that the planned third Star Wars story was in fact about the infamous bounty hunter Boba Fett. Josh Trank was set to direct the film, and EW reports Lucasfilm came so close to announcing the film that a teaser trailer was prepared for Star Wars Celebration 2015, though ultimately shelved. It remains to be seen if this film will eventually be made or has fallen into the Sarlacc pit for good. So it was going to be the Boba Fett movie, but we don't know if that's even going to happen now for some reason.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
A Boba Fett movie would be real cool. Take place directly after, Episode 2? Yeah.
Yes.
Directly after Episode 2. And yeah, that'd be fucking cool.
What were you gonna say?
Do you think after? So we're on a pattern where we're getting main movie, side movie, main movie, side movie.
It's a movie a year, yeah.
Do you think after they hit 9 that they're going to take a break from the main movies and just stick that trilogy there, or do you think they're going to continue episode 10 immediately? Well, not immediately, but as a continuation of 9, or do you think they're going to separate that one and begin a new trilogy?
See, that's what they're saying. They don't know what they're going to do yet. I don't know, dude. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, once they get to episode 9, obviously they're going to know what they're doing at that point. Mm-hmm. I could see them just doing 3 more to tie in still.
You mean like
that are continued from 9?
Continued from 9
to another trilogy that continues. But then again, I don't know, because so far, this being the 3rd trilogy, they all stand on their own as trilogies.
Yeah, I'd like to see like a time skip and just do recast, get some new characters.
Now, in regards to the next movie, this really got me excited. But I guess Tito was talking to me, and I guess there's rumors mentioned that this next standalone movie could be an Obi-Wan solo movie.
That'd be
with Ewan McGregor coming back and playing him.
No fucking way!
Because it could take place between 3 and 4, and he'd be the perfect age for it, and he would just come back and be Obi-Wan again. And you can see stuff that happened in between the movies. Like, that would be badass.
I've been trying to catch up on Star Wars comics.
Yeah.
The new canonized ones that took place in this current Star Wars universe. And there was actually an issue I just read where it showed a little bit of his time on Tatooine while not being able to take care of Luke.
Yeah.
He was supposed to train Luke in the ways of the Force while on Tatooine. Uncle wasn't down with that. Didn't want him doing that shit. So Obi-Wan was more of an overseer or like a guardian from a distance.
Huh.
Yeah. Like they showed these mobsters that were going around taking quote unquote taxes from innocent villagers.
Well, wait, is that supposed to tie in with the end of episode 3 of what they do with Luke? Did they mention anything about what Obi-Wan's role was going to be at the end of episode 3? I can't remember.
I don't think they did.
They didn't say if he was going to train him or
not that I can remember,
or just stay away. I don't remember.
They just kind of showed him getting dropped off there.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I would love to see Ewan McGregor come back as Obi-Wan again for another movie. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude, he was probably one of the best parts about the prequels.
All right, and now to tie in again, we mentioned 2 weeks ago. You mentioned something about you heard that George Lucas wasn't happy with Disney.
Oh, you followed up on this?
Yeah, I did.
I wouldn't have remembered.
I didn't know what you were talking about, and I was like, we'll look into this. So this is I guess what happened. Disney was initially going to use Lucas's ideas for this new trilogy, but they just ended up changing their minds. And they were like, no, we're not going to do anything that you were talking about, we're going to do our own thing. And I guess Lucas wasn't happy, they wanted to do a retro movie. I guess by that just means something that's similar or the same feel as the originals.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy that they were doing a retro movie because he thought that they should just do something completely different because he always wants to do something different with the trilogies. So he didn't think they should just do the first ones over again.
Oh, God, no.
And then, this is where it gets good. Then he compared him selling the rights of Star Wars to Disney as selling his kids to white slavers. That's what he said.
Wow, George Lucas is a dick.
Yeah. And then after that, he pussied out and apologized about everything he said.
Of course.
He apologized about calling them, comparing them to white slavers. He said Disney is great. And then he ended up saying that he liked episode 7.
Yeah.
So, Garrett, obviously, all the things that happened after he made that statement were bullshit, to save face, because he realized he's an idiot for saying that.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah, so that's what happened with that.
Well, at least that's what was reported.
Yeah, who knows if that's what's really happened.
Yeah.
Apparently, I read something I guess George Lucas's idea for the new trilogy was centered around, 2, young characters, I guess, early teenage characters. I don't know what the hell.
It sounds like some of the stuff they had going on in the comics before they rebooted it.
Really?
Yeah. Or reconned it, or whatever it's called.
I like to recon things. What is?
Recon. To wipe the continuity slate a little.
I've never heard that term, ever.
Really?
Yeah. Like whitewash?
I mean, not completely. Whitewash would be like the whole thing. You're only... They kind of just erased a certain portion. They're like, let's take all the comics and novels and we're just going to erase those. And the only thing that count are the movies and...
No, what?
Star Wars...
What? No, what?
Star Wars, Clone Wars.
No, whitewash is whenever they replace an Asian character with a white character.
No, that's not what happened here.
Remember, whitewashing is what they were accusing the Great Wall of doing. They were saying they were whitewashing it by having that game play someone that should be played by an Asian.
Yeah, they could have had that fucking dude, Steven Yin, play that.
So when I was saying whitewashing, you didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about like whenever you like shut someone out and... You ever play like a game of like horse with someone and you get all 5 letters and they get none?
That's called whitewashing?
We used to call it whitewashing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
We paint the fence white. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Tom Sawyer.
Huckleberry Finn.
Huckleberry Finn.
That's it for the
mixed up.
That's it for the news this week. So we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back with some. Wait, is it what's next? Is it your comics?
Comics.
We'll be back with Gable's comics. They're making their return. We'll be back. Were you there when someone at work today was wearing 2 pairs of pants, and then she asked to use the restroom, and I was like, "You're wearing 2 pairs of pants. Just go." Like, what do you? Who cares?
I missed that.
Just go right now. Yeah, we're back.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Poop. We here at Breakroom Bullshit think poop is hilarious.
Poop, shit.
Poop is really funny.
Shit, fuck.
Poop is really funny.
Dude, I should not have worn this sweater. I'm fucking dying.
Are you hot?
Yeah.
Are you hot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. What are we jumping into here, Dave?
All right, we're gonna do.
You're holding on to the pictures.
It is time for Gable's comic review. All right.
I always forget we paused there, and I'm like, wait, why is it so quiet?
We're gonna start off with Uncanny Avengers number 9.
All right.
That's what we're starting off with.
Uncanny Avengers. They've been open them on up here.
Whoa!
Yeah. What the fuck just happened? That shouldn't do that. I'm kind of concerned now. Oh, you're at the end. Wait.
Oh, I fucked up.
Wait, hold on. Oh, no, you're not.
What's it doing?
Why is it doing this? Dave can't look at the pictures now.
I need pictures. I'm like a child. I won't be entertained, and I'll just go off the handle. It says offline. Is that anything to do with it?
No, I mean...
It should be offline because you're not connected to the internet.
What? It says preview for some reason. It's being fucking weird.
Yeah, well, you start this one. I'll look at the next ones. Hope they're not all like that.
Alright. So, do you remember when we did the review for an Uncanny Avengers and Red Skull was, like, using his telepathy?
Where Gambit was Red Skull?
Yeah, Red Skull was Gambit. They thought they saw Gambit.
Switch my
they thought they saw Gambit, but it was actually Red Skull.
I remember that. That was a cool
Yeah. Well, finally, they show you at the beginning of this one that Rogue figured it out that it wasn't Red Skull and that they have to be on the search for Red Skull now.
It wasn't Red Skull?
Or that it was Red Skull.
Okay, I gotcha.
It wasn't Remy. Let's see. Rogue gets a call about some astronauts falling from space. But they get intercepted by someone else, and whenever they land, it's Hank Pym who's been missing.
It's the Ant guy.
Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man.
The original Ant guy.
I guess in one of the prior events called Rage of Ultron, he kind of sacrificed himself, so they thought he's been dead this whole time.
Oh.
So throughout this comic, you kind of see them struggling to trust him because he's actually kind of fused with Ultron. Yeah, so he, I don't know, that's like his new suit is Ultron, basically.
Who is?
Hank Pym.
That's weird.
Hank Pym is Ultron now.
Huh.
Yeah.
They explain how he did it?
it's like the...
Did he, like, fuck it?
It's like weird Marvel science where he, like, shrunk down and went inside him. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't really understand it, but
he shrunk down, went inside, and made himself big, and instead of killing himself in Vision, he became him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a moment where they first, like, Rogue calls all the other Avengers to show up, and even Steve Rogers shows up because he was part of, like, the Avengers with Hank Pym and stuff. And they're, like, telling him to take off Ultron, and Hank keeps saying "we," referring to him and Ultron like as two separate people.
Yeah.
And they don't really trust him all that much, and they're like, "Oh, well, just take him off." And he's like, "I didn't want to have to do this," but then you see like Ultron's body kind of like peeling away from him, and he doesn't really have anything from like the torso down, so he kind of has to be fused with Ultron to be alive. Gotcha. Yeah, that was a cool character introduction for him, and it's going to be interesting to see how they focus upon either accepting him or whatever they end up doing with him. I'm going to give this one a good old read it. It's the beginning of a new story arc, so I don't really have any. Yeah. I'm not like direly interested, but I'm definitely
see where it goes.
See where it goes.
I gotta tell you, I'm gonna pause right now. This new, like, shorter reviews of more is way better.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
Because I feel like I just over-focus on, like, smaller things.
Yeah, Brooks likes it.
Yeah.
I like it. If I like it, you like it, and Brooks like it, that's all that matters. We're the only listeners.
Deadpool's in this, and Deadpool's...
Call it a spoiler. You're not supposed to spoil things.
I mean, Deadpool's part of the Uncanny Avengers, so it's not really a spoiler. It's kind of more of a definition.
You did it.
Yeah.
You saved it.
I defended myself.
Our next one we're going to do, which I can actually look at this time, is Spider-Man. I tried it already. Okay, cool. We're going to do Spider-Man something.
I'm thinking maybe it's because I read it before, and I may have like bumped it off on my phone in advance, and I don't know. This I got so full of the other notes, I went like I put these ones away. Okay, not like much happened in this one. You get the good relationship building between Miles and his friend Gank.
What the fuck? Did the spaghetti explode?
No, that's there's a mutant called Gold Balls who recently I knew. I'm like, oh boy, I'm just gonna say this name to Dave, and he's gonna be 4 years old about it.
You fucking prick. Gold Balls.
Called it. Yeah, he's Gank is a big fan of Gold Balls because I guess Gold Balls is a little heavier set like Gank, and I kind of have an issue with Gank's name because it sounds like Gank is Asian. And it kind of sounds like an offensive term for an Asian person, does it not? Gank.
Whenever I hear gank, I think of like back in the day when a thug would be like, "I ganked that off of him, like I stole it."
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, he got ganked.
I might be pronouncing it wrong too.
You might just be racist.
Yeah, but
yeah, I haven't figured it out yet.
But Gank's a big fan of Gold Balls and keeps.
He's a fan of Gold Balls.
I'm not getting through this fucking review, am I?
He's a fan of Gold Balls.
And he keeps telling Miles that he needs to get some other close friends who are superheroes. So Miles gets really pissed because Gank tells Gold Balls that he's Spider-Man. And Gank's one of the only people who knows that he's Spider-Man.
Why'd he tell him?
He wanted Miles to have someone to relate to. He had the best interest in mind, but Miles.
I'd never trust Gank again.
Yeah. Miles is pissed. Needless to say,
I would be.
Then he storms off and some heat-seeking missiles. It's an action sequence with heat-seeking missiles. Finally, they catch up to him, and you see Hammerhead and his Hammerhead, the classic Spider-Man villain, Flathead.
Look like a shark.
No, he just looks like a guy with a flat head.
No, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, Hammerhead shows up with a bunch of his goons and
bunch of his what?
Yeah, Asian people.
Goons.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much where it ends. I guess he's the one who sent out the heat-seeking missiles. At least that's what I'm assuming.
Missiles. So what do you think about that one? Let's get a rating out here.
It's kind of a lower read it. This Spider-Man's been a shelf it up until this one. This one's more of a read it, which not bad. Just I mean, all series have a slower issue or a slow episode, and this was, for me, one of them. Yeah.
Did you give it a rating?
Yeah, a lower read it.
Oh, okay, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next one we'll do is Deadpool, Last Days of Magic #1. All right. Now, I want you to talk at some point about your issues with continuity and magic, unless you were already going to. Remember you were telling me about that?
It doesn't really... This is one of the ones that takes place with the magic stuff, so the continuity issues aren't really there. Okay. It's more or less... Like, I think in Uncanny Avengers... I didn't want to rehash the topic again, but yeah, there's still issues. We didn't discuss
that in the podcast, though, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, I fucked up. All right, never mind.
No, it's okay because I mean you are right. I think in Uncanny Avengers, Dr. Voodoo was using. He was teleporting the whole squad around, and I'm like, why is his magic working perfectly if all this magic shit's going on?
Yeah, I gotcha.
I mean. At least a small little mention I have just enough power to do this would have been fine for me. Just something to tie it in together, and it's not why is he perfectly using his magic with no issues? You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, I was really. I am also a stickler for continuity and stuff, so that would really piss me off. But why does Daniel Bryan have this gray streak in his beard?
That's Michael.
And why does he have this weird hair?
That's Michael, dude.
Why is he in a comic?
Michael is a character from the last run of Deadpool with Jerry Dugan. One of his main story arc that he was introduced in was one where he brought all of the former U.S. presidents because he wasn't happy with how the country was being run, so he's going to bring back the presidents. So he was just some random guy at that point, but he brings back all the presidents. But they are just fucking terrorizing the nation, and Deadpool has to go around and kill them.
Well, why did he change his name from Daniel to Michael?
Because he looks like Daniel Bryan. I get it. I get it. Thank you, Dave.
No problem.
This one was a really good character building.
I get it. I get it. All right, let's do
I'm sick of your shit, Dave. Let me move on.
No. Not anymore. This is an emergency.
This was, I don't want to say despise the character Michael whenever I was reading him in the other run of Deadpool, but he just wasn't... Yes. He just wasn't interesting to me.
But Lizard have titties?
What?
Did Lizard have titties?
That's actually Shikla's, Deadpool's wife. She's like a demon.
Oh.
Shit, yeah. She turns into a demon.
Oh, okay.
Normally she looks really fucking hot, though.
So she doesn't there.
No, she doesn't.
Go on.
At the beginning of the issue, Michael's talking to this girl that he's really in love with, and Deadpool shows up and is like, "Oh, we need to go to Shikla's town, and because all the magic's starting to go from there, and the people who are in the Doctor Strange who are attacking magic, the Empirical, I think they're called, they show up at." Shikla's kingdom, start just fucking terrorizing shit.
How do you make the top go away?
Just touch the
middle. I fucking did that 6 times. But anyway.
But yeah, so Michael comes along and he's using the spells, and he uses this one spell that is going to kill him because the Empirical set these this ultimate weapon upon the kingdom. They set this weapon upon the kingdom that was going to kill everybody. So Michael sacrificed himself, and you kind of see Deadpool. It's just, I don't know. You don't normally think of Deadpool being getting sad from seeing Deadpool, but he's really fucking bummed out that his friend Michael just died from sacrificing himself. And you find out afterwards that Michael actually, with that girl, was having a kid, and you see Deadpool arrive on the doorstep and tell her. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it really made me care for a character that I typically did not care about.
So it was real well done.
It was really well done.
Wait, where's it at? I have a question.
Yeah, you looked like you were looking for something.
Is he spitting out cum there?
I think that's just spit.
Oh. Anyway.
I don't think you can draw clear, so they probably used white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a shelf it.
Oh.
This one's real good. I'd like to have a copy of this for myself. I enjoyed it a great deal.
Nice. All right, next we're going to go into All New Wolverine.
All New Wolverine. This one was
great.
I picked this one to add to this week's reviews because it said Road to Civil War. It was advertised on the cover as a Road to Civil War 2.
The box.
Yeah.
I want to watch it because of her box, but go on. Wait, she's 18, right?
Yeah.
Whew.
But I don't think her clone is.
Oh, that's a shame.
So this one starts out where they're just walking. Well, I guess it doesn't start out technically. You see this box that everyone's fighting over.
Is it the thing?
Has some sort of smell coming out of it. We'll get back to the box.
That was the Ark.
But whenever you first see Wolverine in this comic, she's walking around with a clone of hers that she rescued, and they have a pet Wolverine that they're walking through a dog park, and it felt very Squirrel Girl like to me. I don't know, it just wasn't funny to me. Whenever you want to read a Wolverine comic, you're looking for someone who has this vengeance and is just fucking murdering the fuck out of people. Yeah. And now she's babysitting while walking a Wolverine through a dog park.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
I was pretty annoyed with it, especially since it was labeled a Road to Civil War 2 comic. I thought it would be a little more, meaningful.
Yeah, serious?
Yeah.
Something going on that matters.
Yeah, but anyway, you get back to the box, and S.H.I.E.L.D. has this box under lock and lock and key.
Yeah.
And they tell, what's her name, Laura, that Old Man Logan has gone missing. And Old Man Logan is not Wolverine. Like, he's not the original Wolverine.
Huh.
He's Wolverine from another timeline, some other weird timeline, alternate reality type shit. Yeah. So, Old Man Logan's missing. They have this box that smells. Since she has like the super Wolverine smelling ability, you know what I'm talking about, tracking.
Yeah. I bet I know what's in the box.
They want her to track. And see what it is. She figures out that the scent is not. They thought this thing was a weapon the whole time. This box, and they find out that the box is not the weapon. However, the box is there to attract the weapon because that's why it smells.
And what does it attract?
Fin Fang
Foom.
Yeah. So
Fin Fang Foom.
So I think I didn't really understand what was Road to Civil War 2 about this, but I guess I will once I learn more of what what the Civil War 2 is.
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe it has something to either do with Logan or Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah. Fin.
I don't know. I was bored the whole time reading this, and I was just
That's a shame.
I was just like, this was way too Squirrel Girl like for me. So I'm giving this one a drop it. I wouldn't recommend reading this. I wouldn't recommend reading this one.
Fuck that comic.
Yeah.
Next to last here, we got Captain America #1. Steve Rogers Captain America.
Had some water. I'm thirsty.
We can always pause and get some after this.
I just realized my notes. That's not good.
Let's see what we got here.
Do you see this? I was taking notes earlier, and now they're not there.
Oh,
so I'm gonna have to physically look at the this for Civil War 2.
Okay, well, let's do Captain America.
Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Captain America #1. This is the Steve Rogers Captain America. This is the real,
not two.
The real Captain America here.
He's back, baby.
So they're going through this. They're on this mission where they're getting this bomber. He's on a train, and they're trying to take back control of the train, save everyone.
Was the shield never circular?
What? No, the other Captain America has the circular shield. So this is his new shield.
Oh, okay.
He has more of a shield-looking shield.
A real shield-looking shield.
Yeah. Yeah, but Hydra's attacking this this train, and they have a suicide bomber on there, and they do a really good background story on this suicide bomber.
Like at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
You find out that he lost his job.
Typical same shit.
Yeah, like he couldn't get a job because he originally used to be involved. He had all these tattoos that were discriminatory, and you can see a little Nazi tattoo on his arm right there.
That's a shame.
I'm trying to. Oh yeah. Anyway, they built this really phenomenal backstory for this character, and you see a moment later on where everyone's saved from the train. They detached all the other trains, and Steve Rogers is trying to convince them that he doesn't have to do this. Unfortunately, he doesn't anyway, and you're like, oh man, I really wish you would have saved him. And they really do a good job at making you care about this guy who is planning on killing everyone.
What did Red Skull have to do with that guy?
He was the guy was working for Hydra, so
he was just got him to listen to him and do what he wanted.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's been targeting. They talk about how Red Skull's been recruiting young and unemployed men who
small penises.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
So that's something they're looking into.
That could work for him.
They talk about how there's kind of a battle for leadership going on in a battle of leadership of Hydra going on between Zemo and Red Skull right now. So they both kind of want to be leaders, but can't both be leaders.
I mean, it can't be co-leaders.
No.
It's like having two people hosting a podcast. Doesn't make sense.
I think Red Skull is in control of them right now, and Zemo's kind of trying to take that from him. He feels that he earned the right. Yeah. So Shield's looking for Zemo because after the whole Pleasant Hills scenario, he kidnapped Eric Selvig, who's do you know the guy from Thor?
Thor, yeah.
So
Portman's daddy.
So he has him hostage, and then Captain America finds him. And
that's this one? I'm not saying it yet, but that's this one?
Yeah.
Ah.
He brought along two, I guess, older characters called Jack Flag and Free Spirit. And Free Spirit's, in this scene, Free Spirit's off fighting some of the guys that Zemo is trying to recruit. Well, Zemo and Eric are on a I think it's a Quinjet looking type thing. I don't know exactly what it is. But, yeah, they're on some sort of jet-looking thing hovering above the building. And Cap's up there in the jet fighting them. And Jack Flag's like, I'm going to leave Free Spirit by herself, and I'm going to go help Cap, because Cap looks like he needs help. So, Cap's right about to fall out of the jet, and then Jack Flag comes out of nowhere and punches Zemo, and Zemo falls out of the jet. And Cap crawls up and gets behind Jack Flag, and he's like, "I really wish you wouldn't have done that." And he throws Jack Flag right out of the plane or jet or whatever. And you see him, Cap, with this iconic. Well, it's become iconic on the internet
for the wrong reasons.
But
people are dumb.
Cap walks up behind Eric Selvig, and you get that image of him saying, "Hail Hydra."
And everyone's like, "Oh, this is fucking bullshit. He is a Hydra agent the whole time."
Now, there was kind of a sub-story going on with this that was a quote-unquote flashback of Steve as a child, and you see his mom getting kind of abused by his dad, and this lady steps in and kind of beats the shit out of his dad and sends him on his way.
Yeah.
And this lady has these flashbacks are in black and white, except there's accents of red on her clothing.
Yeah.
So it kind of a hint that Red Skull, with his whole telepathy, is probably doing some sort of mumbo jumbo with Cap's mind.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's where we're going with this.
Yeah.
I'm not that far. I didn't read any spoilers. I'm just using some clues here.
But I thought you told me that it was just he wasn't really a Hydra agent, and it was just like
that was speculation.
Oh.
Because I did read in advance some of the summary for that whenever that first came out, and they talked about how there's this lady wearing it's all in black and white, and there's accents of red. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought whenever I initially read the summary for this, and I don't, dude. This comic is really good. I highly recommend reading the Steve Rogers series, at least the first issue. Pick up the first issue. Get Marvel Unlimited, read it. Whatever you fucking do. This one's definitely a shelf it though.
Nice.
Definitely a shelf it.
Nice. And I really like the drawing style in this next one.
That was one of my notes. I remember writing it. I swear to God, I wrote these fucking notes.
There's always a note issue. Something always happens.
It's guaranteed. This is why I should type them out.
Yeah, you suck.
Let's see. So, Civil War II. This is not an issue number 1. It's an issue number 0. I'm pretty sure this came out on Free Comic Book Day.
Oh.
So, you might be able to read this one for free. Civil War II seems... this issue seems to focus around Captain Marvel, War Machine, She-Hulk, and the Inhumans. We see She-Hulk has this... She-Hulk is a lawyer. It's generally what she does. I don't see her typically doing any...
Is she a defense attorney or an offense attorney?
In this one, she's a defense attorney. Offense, I get it. It's a callback. I understand now. Took me a second. Fuck you.
I didn't jump to the fucking and tell you what it was supposed to be. I kept going with offense attorney too.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
We're idiots.
Yeah.
We're clearly not lawyers. Anyway.
Yeah. She's defending one of the guys who was, I believe he was in Pleasant Hill. A villain named Jester, who's been in and out of the prison system, and she believes this was the time that he did nothing. There was no evidence to say he did anything. What she says happened was that he just kind of was talking about doing stuff and reliving his glory days with some guy who was setting him up to get him arrested. So it sounds like the Jester was set up to go back to prison. They just wanted some of the villains back in jail. Whatever the case was. She's trying to defend him. She lays down this. You see, this is the opening, and she lays down this really nice opening to like a nice prelude to what I have a feeling this whole Civil War II thing's going to be about. I have not read spoilers, so I have no idea. It could end up being completely different than what I think it's going to be. But she believes he's innocent. We believe as the reader he's innocent. Moving on. That was they skip ahead to War Machine. He's doing some recon missions in Latveria. Then they show him talking with the president, and the president wants him to eventually. They're appointing him to. Let's see, what was it? I think Secretary of Defense.
Oh, Secretary of Offense?
Secretary of Defense. Yeah, Secretary of Defense, and the president kind of implied that he eventually wants Rhodey to be president, because one of these days there's going to be a superhero in office, and the president does not want it being Tony Stark or someone who can just buy their way there. There's not really a full story going on. It's a lot of little teases to, I feel, what the general story will be. It skips ahead next to a scene at Ohio State University where there's a whole bunch of students gathered out in the grass.
The Buckeyes.
And the Terrigen Mist is arriving, and they're all standing there to, I don't know, I guess like some hippie-looking scene where they're just going to welcome the Terrigen Mist. And two of the students end up becoming cocooned in the Inhuman cocoon, as it happens whenever you get infected by this Terrigen Mist. Let's see. Captain Marvel's talking about her work with the Ultimates. How she kind of wants... her whole ideology is that she, instead of the heroes just stopping crime after crime after crime or disaster after disaster, the ultimate goal... Hey,
I see what you did there.
Ultimate goal is to prevent it from ever getting to that point in the first place. We later on go to see She-Hulk talking to Maria Hill. Maria Hill had to break some news to her that that Jester character that she was trying to protect, whenever he went back to jail after that court date, he got jumped by 2 prisoners. He's dead.
Yes.
And Maria Hill's just like, oh, he was a bad guy anyway. He
wasn't.
He was a bad guy anyway. And she's like, yeah, well, this was the time he was finally going to be good. He didn't do anything wrong. The case was all speculation, blah, blah, blah. So, I have a feeling the whole story for this is going to be, well, let me read the next part first, and I'll give you that guess. We go back to that college campus, and the 2 cocoons are there. This ended up being a longer one because I didn't have notes. I just realized this is an important one though, so I guess that kind of.
This comic seems boring. Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay, go on though.
I'm not telling it good, am I?
No, you're doing good.
No. You made me think I'm doing it boring. I am doing it boring.
You're doing it boring. No, just like the story of it. I don't know.
It's all set up.
Yeah,
it's all set up. You go back to the college campus to those 2 inhuman cocoons, and they both break free. First one, the guy looks like completely normal still, but then the second one starts breaking free, and the girl starts. She looks like how would you like some sort of demonic angel?
I just say more demonic.
Yeah, and all the crowd starts freaking out. Next thing you know, there's this blur. This guy's eyes go red. The other guy's eyes go red. There's this blur. He wakes up. The entire city is completely in flames.
That's the worst.
Nobody's alive.
That's the worst.
The entire city fucking blew up from either the girl or the guy. Either way, Inhumans are probably going to be held responsible. So I feel a lot of this story is going to be around blaming people who aren't necessarily evil people. They're just kind of either trying to make better of themselves or trying to do good for something else.
And one group sees that and the other one doesn't?
Yeah. That's why I felt like that whole case was about with She-Hulk.
It's like a smaller scale of what the theme of it's going to be.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Whenever the original Civil War came out, there was a group of like young Avengers or something like that who I forget.
Yeah, it was like
New Warriors. The New Warriors. They had their own TV show, and they chased some villains into a local school area.
Yeah,
and the guy blew up.
Died,
so a bunch of kids died, and it's real fucked up.
Yeah, they got blamed.
This is kind of another level up where the entire city's in fucking flames.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I really fucking love this issue. Another thing that made, the dialogue in this issue was really fucking captivating. The art in this issue was really captivating. The entire time I was reading this, I was just like, I cannot wait until they put the first issue on.
Yeah.
It was a drop it though.
That sucks.
I'm kidding.
It was a shelf it.
It was a shelf it.
It was a shelfie.
It was a shelf.
It was a shelfer.
Yeah, I mean, it was really slow. I'll admit it was slow throughout the comic, but it was kind of building up to this really dramatic moment of this city getting fucking demolished.
Yeah. Is that why earlier you're like, what?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, all these people are dead.
Yes, I love death.
All right, I'm done.
That wraps it up for Gable's comic review this week. We're taking a break. Was it? I mean, it was you, so it was bad. You're talking. Woo!
I kept talking.
Yeah, Gable talked during Gable's comic review. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
We'll be back after a break with some movie stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are back.
I think I said that before the last one too.
Back again.
Hey, back again.
We are back.
Back again.
Tell us
Dream on. Dream
come on. You're mixing everything up. We are here. It's time. Oh, dude.
Dive right into the poontang.
The Poontang?
The poontang. Are we doing the retro first and we'll do the new one last? Or?
No.
No? Okay.
We always do the retro last. What are you talking about?
Dude, I'm out of practice. Fuck off.
Alright, and it's time for some movie reviews. Here we go. You must accidentally talked right there.
I looked at you and I was about to say something.
Alright, we're going to start off with Moana. Moana.
Yeah, I'm ready.
An adventurous teenager sails out on a daring mission to save her people. During her journey, Moana meets the once mighty demigod Maui, who guides her in her quest to become a master wayfinder. Together they sail across the open ocean on an action-packed voyage, encountering enormous monsters and impossible odds. Along the way, Moana fulfills the ancient quest of her ancestors and discovers the one thing she'd always sought, her own identity. You know who plays Moana?
Some girl.
Oliloli Cravalaho.
You nailed it.
Olilol Cravalaho. Dwayne Johnson plays Maui.
Do you know Troy Polamalu plays the voice of Villager number 1?
Yeah, I didn't know which one he was, but I knew he was in it.
Yeah, I was listening for it, and I couldn't figure it out.
Alan Tudyk was in it, too. He was in,
Are you talking about Alan Tudyk?
Yeah, that's it, too.
Yeah. He was in Zootopia, he was in Frozen.
Firefly.
He was in Firefly.
He was in Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I think he did. Didn't he do something Star Wars related with either Force Awakens or Rogue One?
I think he did.
I can't remember what it was.
Let's jump into this review. First of all, I liked the short at the beginning a lot. I thought it was really good.
Oh, dude, yeah. I whenever I first started watching, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the one that finally lets me down. By the end of it, dude, I was like, oh, that was so great.
I know. Like, it's the guy's internal organs making the decision. The brain's like an asshole.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to do anything fun because I'm scared I'm going to die. Like, every 2 minutes he's going to die.
Didn't that dude look a lot like the guy from Up? The whole time I'm like, this is a young version of Carl from Up.
I don't remember what he looked like in the short.
I think it's just because his head was shaped like a block.
It's been like 6 days. It's been too long since I've seen this. I don't remember. But yeah, I thought I liked that. I definitely liked that. Now, this is the reason I did not like Moana.
Because the guy?
Get right into this.
The guy with the blockhead?
I was really pissed that this turned out to be a singing movie. Because I've seen a number of trailers, a number of commercials, and so has Tito when we discussed this. There's not one fucking frame of anyone singing in any of those fucking trailers. This did not advertise it as a movie with fucking characters constantly breaking out into song.
It's pretty not once. I guess I can agree with you. It's really surprising that Disney would have a song that has music in it.
A song with music, I know.
I would be so I'm just so mind blown that any character sang during a Disney movie.
Yeah, like Zootopia. Everyone sung in that movie.
They didn't, but then again, there wasn't a princess in it.
It doesn't matter.
Name a Disney movie with a princess where they didn't sing.
Princess and the Frog. They didn't break out in a song not every fucking time.
Dude, there were like 3 or 4 songs in this.
I don't remember that movie very well. 3 or 4? No.
4
there was
or 5.
way fucking more than 3 or 4. I have it noted every fucking time. Great, it's a song. Great, it's a song. Great, it's a song. There was a lot of fucking singing.
Not that bad.
Yes, it was.
It was not that
bad. They fucking constantly sang in this fucking movie. And
that bothered you that much?
Yes, because I didn't know I was going to fucking see a movie with them singing the whole fucking time. Here's a crazy idea.
How do you go into a Disney movie and dude, I was surprised that Zootopia didn't have singing in it.
Well, why don't you fucking in your trailer show them singing if they're fucking singing?
Fair enough.
I told Tito, who loves Disney movies, he collects them. He has, like, all the fucking VHSs of all the, like, Disney movies. I was like, dude, this is a movie, it's nothing but singing. He's like, are you, really? He had no idea. And he loves Disney movies. He had no idea it's going to be nothing but singing.
Dude, I love this movie.
And it fucking pissed me off.
You don't like musicals, though.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have seen it if I knew it was a fucking musical.
I love this
Whenever someone turned on Frozen at work, the first 5 minutes I was like, I'm not watching this movie. Okay? If I had any idea that Moana was going to be nothing but fucking singing.
I like Frozen, too.
That's not what I got from the trailer, sir. I even watched the trailer after watching the movie, the 2.5-minute trailer, and I was like, this movie looks great, because there's no singing in this trailer. This movie looks really cool. I might like this. No. I was very upset. I was very, very upset.
Dude, honestly, if they start singing during this movie, I would be like, I don't know how you were taken so blindsided by the fact that they were singing in a Disney movie.
Because it was like fucking every fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, there's another fucking song constantly over and fucking over again.
Oh, whatever.
Constantly over and over again.
We're just going to have to agree to disagree on this one.
We can't disagree that they falsely represented it in the commercials and trailers. That's for damn sure. They even had a sneak peek on Raw because fucking Dwayne Johnson used to be in WWE, right. And they were promoting it. Yeah, he used to be in WWE.
I thought he was just an actor.
Nah, he used to be The Rock.
A Rock.
Yeah. They even had a sneak peek where they showed a scene of it. Not a single fucking bit of singing in that either. Nothing.
You know, he used to play college football.
Yeah, he was in Miami.
The University of Miami.
Yeah. He also played in the CFL.
All about the U.
Canadian Football League. I learned that from his autobiography.
I like The Rock. I don't like some of the movies he's in, but I like The Rock.
Yeah, like Moana. He was in Moana.
Yeah, I like Moana.
Oh, that's weird. But it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's...
Boy, I can't wait to hear what your rating is.
But they tricked me.
They tricked you.
They tricked me.
Yeah,
they tricked me.
These bastards putting music in a Disney movie.
You can say that all you want.
Dude, it's just mind blowing to me that they start singing during a Disney movie and you're like, this is outrageous.
Maybe if they wouldn't have done it so fucking much, like throughout the whole fucking movie non-stop.
That's fine. Whatever.
That's all they fucking did.
Welcome to a Disney movie.
I've seen plenty of Disney movies where they're not singing every fucking 5 minutes.
Okay, I can think of two right now: Zootopia and Big Hero 6. You gonna keep going or no?
I mean, I haven't seen a Disney movie in a long time.
Okay.
How many songs were in The Lion King? I don't even remember it.
Probably at least 6 or 7.
Okay, there was more than that in this.
There's probably more than that in The Lion King because I just don't keep track.
You're just guessing.
I was trying to think of some in my head and I didn't want to overestimate or underestimate.
Yeah.
I think I underestimated. I mean, they made Lion King into a musical. So they made a musical into a musical. They made the Evil
Dead into a musical. What's your point?
That's a fair point. You're right.
I mean, they make a lot of things into musicals.
Right. Your point's right.
Okay, if they would have showed him singing in the trailer, I wouldn't be having this complaint.
All right.
Wouldn't be having this complaint. I bet in Lion King trailer we probably saw some fucking Timon and Pumbaa singing in that trailer if we go back and look.
I don't... In my head, it's just really irrational for you to be so mind-blown by the fact that they're singing in this movie.
It's not mind-blown that they're singing in it, okay? It's not like, oh my god, Disney's singing? I can't believe it.
I don't understand why you were upset and you felt blindsided. I don't know why you felt blindsided by them having music.
Because of all the stuff I've seen in the movie, they don't give any indication whatsoever that there's that much fucking singing in it.
Okay, we're just talking about the same thing over
and
over
again. This is a giant loop.
Let's move on.
Okay. Alright. I liked how in the beginning of the movie, the ocean is already trying to communicate with her when she's a toddler. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, she's cute.
Oh.
A little cute little fucking whatever she is.
She looked like that one chick from Monsters, Inc. whenever she was younger.
Yeah.
She reminded me of her.
The opening song was dumb. I didn't like it. That's just the next note.
I didn't even remember what song was what. I was just...
All the songs blend together except for one that I tolerated, which they played a few times. They probably played this same song like 3 different times. And I was like, I guess the song isn't that bad. Probably because they kept playing it fucking over and over and over and over again.
In different parts of it, yeah.
Yeah, in the movie, and they just kept playing that song. That island was dumb. There's like no internet, no movies, no Xbox One. No thanks. I don't want to live here. That island's fucking
just
stupid.
Singing. Just singing.
All they did was sing because they don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
They just run around and sing. And she tries to like leave the island constantly, and then she just sings more.
Eat coconuts.
She has to eat coconuts. Speaking of this is something that I hate when they do.
Yummy.
I hate when they do this in movies. This was stupid. And they do this all the time in movies. Like, so her whole life, her dad's like.
Does this always blink?
Yeah.
Okay, I never noticed.
Actually, I don't know.
Huh. All right, continue.
Like her whole life, her dad's like, you can't go beyond the reef. I don't know if they're like, this is the only rule or the biggest rule. Like, this is an important rule. Don't go beyond the reef. Like, you can never go beyond the reef. He never tells her why. Just don't go beyond the reef. And then, like, so she finally finds out after she's grown up, when she's trying to sneak out that the reason is because he tried to go out and his friend died and it's dangerous. Why didn't you just tell her that her whole life? Why didn't you just say it? Like, they do that all the time in movies. They're like, they don't tell someone something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't you just fucking tell them?
Yeah, I agree that
annoys me.
We do encounter that a lot in film.
And the next note, there was another song. It was lame. Not as lame as the first, but lame.
You have great notes, Dave.
Yeah. And then the next note is, then there's yet another song, and it's really lame.
I hate you.
And then at this point, I didn't even know what was going on. So she goes into a cave, starts banging on some drums, and for some reason that makes these torches light up. I don't know why. And then she starts having some sort of flashback because the drums and the torches are telepathic, and she sees what her ancestors did and then just understands things. I don't know what the fuck was going on with all that. That didn't really make a lot of sense. I was like, I don't know, whatever.
I kind of grouped that in like the same like spiritual type stuff that was going on with like her grandma becoming like a stingray and
so
stuff.
The torches were like spiritually psychic or something.
Yeah, like that whole category of magic and whatnot.
The torches were psychic.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I didn't have, like, I mean, it wasn't like the end all, but I was like, I don't like this movie. I was just I don't get it.
I got you.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I understand that part.
And even further down the movie, when I looked back at that note, I was like, I guess it wasn't a big deal, but I already made the note, so I'm still going to bring this up.
I've done that before.
Yeah. The funniest part of the movie, I thought, was the mentally handicapped chicken.
Oh my god, dude, that thing was fucking hilarious.
Like, my favorite part was when they first realize he's in the ocean, he freaks out and screams, and then just, like, walks into the water and almost dies. That was really funny.
I liked when fucking Maui was trying to eat him, and it was just like he was banging his head in fucking food, or like there'd be times where he just like swallows a rock whole, and like that fucking chicken cracked me up. I did have an issue with the movie, huge issue. This is like way bigger than your issue.
I doubt it.
So
this is gonna be so dumb.
On the banner, the poster for this. The one with the boat, the one poster where they're overseeing the boat. You know what I'm talking about? They're sailing into the sunset, and they're on the boat.
Continue.
Well, on the boat, you got Maui, you got Moana, and you got that fucking pig.
I think I remember seeing that too, and I could have. Whenever she first goes to the ocean, I was like, I thought there were more things with her.
Yeah, and I was like, this pig is fucking adorable.
Right there, I see it, yeah.
And it could potentially be a huge fucking marketing, like toy wise, be a huge fucking marketing.
It's in every poster.
The pig, yeah.
He wasn't even in the movie barely.
He was barely in the fucking movie. He was the Captain Phasma of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue. It really wasn't that big of an issue at all.
I would be annoyed by that.
It really wasn't that big of an issue. But I was like, why didn't I get to see that cute little piggy throughout the film?
The piggy.
I got to see the retarded chicken though. So
the retarded chicken was funny. Then we have more song time. Lame. Then it went a little while with no song, and I was digging the movie, and then a lame song showed up. I liked the parts, not the singing for the most part.
Did you cry at all during this movie?
No.
Me neither.
No. You totally did. I don't understand why.
I don't know. It's fucking Disney movies. They do that to me. They fucking tear me up from the inside out.
Okay. And then after that, there was more and more singing, which was lame. And I thought the end was super predictable. Like,
did they sing?
that part. Okay, so the end was super predictable. Like, Maui gets pissed and leaves her, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that happens, I start typing this because before it even happens, I'm like, alright, now she's going to go do it herself. She's going to almost die. Maui's going to fucking Han Solo it and show up right whenever she needs him the most, and then he's going to save her.
And then he's going to get a lightsaber through the chest.
Yeah, and then that's all exactly what happened. And I was like, that was really predictable. And then right at the big climactic ending, she starts singing again. It was super fucking
When you say Han Solo, I always forget about that fucking part where Han Solo shows up.
I don't... Really?
Like, I don't know. It just doesn't... To me, it's not a memorable moment, but I don't... It should be. I mean, if he shows up with the Falcon.
Memorable.
I don't know. For me, I just never think of that. Like, of all the other stuff that goes on in the movie, I put that low in the list.
Yeah, I have just written in here, I'm counting like 8 different songs. Just from
Dude, I don't know. I fucking love the song. I love that song... With that scene, the song and scene with the fucking crab, where he has to get his hook back. I like the song by The Rock.
I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed this movie like completely overall.
Fuck that movie.
Except that piggy. That piggy. More piggy.
Fuck that movie.
Oh, Dave. What are you rating it?
Not to mention, like, I thought back in the day this was a Pixar movie. It obviously wasn't.
Yeah, for some reason I also thought it was a Pixar movie until like a week
and maybe
before.
in the back. Okay, well then maybe that's another reason, because there's not a single fucking Pixar movie that's a musical. So maybe in my head I'm like, oh, I'm thinking it looks like a Pixar movie, and I'm expecting it to be like a normal kids movie.
Whenever you watched it, at what point did you realize it wasn't a Pixar? Before
I saw the movie, yeah.
Okay.
But maybe I still had that in my head because of the style of movie it was. The style of movie I was looking at from the trailer was like a Pixar movie.
It was just kind of a background assumption.
Yeah, it looked like a Pixar movie. That's why I always thought it was. And I could have swore it was, but obviously it wasn't. So I knew going into it beforehand that it wasn't. But maybe that's another reason, because like just the movie it looked like, it didn't look like a movie where I was going to be like a fucking Disney movie.
I don't know. Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be like Frozen in Hawaii.
Wish you'd have told me that.
Yeah.
We had a lot of long, detailed Moana discussions the past month, like just sitting there for hours on end talking about it.
Speculating what's going to be going on in this movie.
And not once did you mention, there's going to be a lot of songs.
Going on makingmoana.net.
Yeah.
Getting all the inside scoop about like...
You were really like... I was like, can we talk about Star Wars? You're like, shut the fuck up.
Moana's
Let's talk some Moana. But, yeah, so basically, it turns out I was right and the singing was stupid. And the rating I gave it, what do you think I gave it?
Probably a 10.
Close. Guess.
I'm going to say a 5.
Really? I gave it a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that, like, you couldn't get past the singing that much?
There was a lot of it, and I hated it all.
Fuck, dude, I'm probably giving this a 9.
You can't give it a rating. You didn't review it.
What?
You didn't have any notes to review it. You're not allowed to give a rating.
But I saw the movie.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry.
I'm kidding. So you gave it a 9?
9.
Oh, wow.
I love this movie.
Oh, wow.
It's a Disney movie. I'm biased as fuck, so I'm not going to argue it. I'm biased as fuck for these Disney movies.
Oh, my God. All right, well, that movie was stupid. Okay.
I can't wait to go to Disney and see all the Moana shit that's everywhere.
That's great. The movie was also very racist, but that's fine. Well, they represented Samoans as just fat, stupid fucking Mauis. Did you read that? How people were fucking complaining about the movie a little while ago?
No.
They were bitching how Samoans are just represented as like fat, tattooed people, and they just like represented them poorly in the movie. I was like, it's a fucking cartoon. I was like,
Samoans or Hawaiians?
I don't know.
I think they're Samoan. That's why Troy Polamalu was in it.
In the movie?
Yeah.
In the movie, they're Samoans.
Okay, yeah.
I thought you meant the people complaining.
No, okay.
I mean, like, I don't judge the people in real life that they look like the guy from Up. Like, I don't understand why we're like, it's a fucking cartoon. This, like, we don't look like the Simpsons. Like, they're not going to look like fucking real people.
Yeah.
Why do you have to say that that's just like a representative of Samoans? It's just stupid. People just want to complain.
I agree. It's just a movie. A movie's a movie.
Let's go to another shitty movie that Gable likes that I hated, Pacific Rim.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Pacific.
Oh, no, my notes are missing.
Of course they are. Why would they be there?
Why would that make any sense?
Why would you have them?
I'm kidding. I even have a fucking picture in here.
Okay.
All right.
Legions of monstrous creatures called kaiju arise from the sea. Am I saying that right?
They sure fucking did.
Bringing with them all-consuming war. To fight the kaiju, mankind develops giant robots called Jaegers, designed to be piloted by 2 humans locked together in a neural bridge. However, even the Jaegers are not enough to defeat the kaiju, and humanity is on the verge of defeat. Mankind's last hope now lies with a washed-up ex-pilot and an untested trainee in an old, obsolete Jaeger.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
You got a shitty favorite movie list.
Nah, eat me.
Okay.
I like the giant...
Like your butt?
I like giant monster movies.
My first note, do you think when he goes, hey kid, don't get cocky, that was a Star Wars reference?
I didn't think about it, but it could be.
I was wondering that when I heard it. I was like, I wonder if that's a nod to Star Wars or a Star Wars reference.
Yeah, we didn't see much of that character, though.
Yeah, the special effects look pretty damn good in the movie.
Yeah, that was the main selling point of this movie originally.
They look good. They look good.
Yeah.
This is one of the problems I had. I had several problems with the movie, but I mean, not enough to make me hate the movie. I definitely liked it. But I didn't understand why the suits don't just all have a self-destruct on them, so they can't just like blow themselves and the kaiju up when they're about to die. It seemed like that would kind of make like sense. Like in the beginning when he's fighting the one or something.
Maybe based off the size, the self-destruct would be too powerful.
I don't know. I mean, maybe the nuclear one, I could kind of get that, but then they blow up a nuclear one later.
Just have it different.
That one was underwater, so it's probably different. But I mean,
dude, when they fucking blew that shit up underwater, that was actually, I made a note about how cool that fucking scene was, where there's that pocket of air, and it all has to come back down.
Yeah,
the whole fucking movie is visually stunning. The design of everything, especially the kaiju, just how cool they look. It's all under that fucking Guillermo del Toro belt.
I mean, do they say at some point that they do have a self-destruct or something? Did I miss it? Do you remember?
I would assume they did, since he blew up under the water.
Well, why don't they ever use it?
At what point did you want them to use it?
In the beginning, when the guy was somehow survived, I guess, but it was destroyed.
Maybe they were too close to the city.
The part later, whenever
do you think they were too close to the city? Because that was, was it nuclear at that point? I
don't know if the first one was, but what about later in the movie?
Well, it was the same one, right? It's just the Gypsy Danger. I think it was the same one. Just whenever they re-recruited him, I think they did more modifications. Yeah. I can't remember if that was part of the mod. I think it was.
But even without that one, like later in the movie, when that one is destroying the other two, and they have to come save it. Like later in the closer in the movie, whenever they wanted to go out with them and they wouldn't let them, and that one kaiju just fucking destroys those two, and they have to go save them. Like, why neither of those fucking do it? Like, none of them did. Like, I didn't get it. It just seemed kind of dumb. It seems common sense. The Enterprise has self-destruct. Why can't the Jaegers?
They're not as smart as you.
Well, I guess, like you said, they did because the one at the end used it, but none of them did. I don't know. That's another thing where it's like a simple line of dialogue, be like, "This is why we can't do it," or something. Like just something.
I wouldn't even have thought of that, but that part.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm watching, I was just like, "Why doesn't he just kill himself and kill it?" I don't know. That was pretty foolish of them not to do. They should have killed themselves.
Well, how do you feel? How did you feel about the whole beginning of the movie with them, with them showing you him and his brother, and all that? Did you think that was a good kind of backstory to him?
Yeah,
you liked it. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was really cool, and I also liked how they did how he did the voiceover for that whole retelling of how all the kaiju stuff took place.
I kind of got lost in regards to how long
time.
Yeah, I got really lost because I was like, how old is this dude now? How much later is this?
I'd have to go back and check that out.
As I was watching, I was just getting lost. I was getting confused because then the one dude, Stacker Pentecost used to be a regular guy, but then I guess for a long time he wasn't because he wasn't a Jaeger pilot in the beginning with the brother, so I was like, I don't know. I was just getting a little confused with the timelines.
Wait, what?
Pentecost used to be just a Jaeger pilot.
Yeah.
But then in the beginning of the movie, he's not a Jaeger pilot because he's just some dude leading him in the control room. So I'm like, all right, so I guess
probably way before that.
Yeah, so I'm like, how long? I was like, how much time's going on?
Yeah, since the kaiju first.
Yeah, I was just lost. I was like, I don't understand. How long? I don't know.
I think there was a line of dialogue where he talked about him and his brother were still young, 12 or something, or in school or something.
In the beginning?
Yeah, towards the beginning. Whenever the first kaiju...
Oh,
he's I was this old whenever the first kaiju started.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought it could have been a little more clear. Let's see. I thought the wall was the stupidest idea I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, I didn't...
I wrote sarcastically, this wall of theirs is a super solid idea, not.
Yeah.
I don't, as soon as they mentioned it, the first thing I think of, what if one just flies over it? What if one can
fly? What if it can climb?
Yeah.
I feel like it could easily just, one of them could reach up and just pull itself over.
And then I put in my notes as I'm watching it, why can't they just break through it? And then, a half hour later, they do. I'm like, oh, I guess they do break through it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Fuck this wall.
But, I don't know. Mako was so fucking hot. I wanted to fuck you her so much.
Hold on. Initially, whenever I did my note, remember I told you my notes got erased earlier with these ones? Initially, whenever I made my notes, I made a note of that prediction that you would say something about hot cheese.
Really?
I swear to God.
And fucky her, it's not a racist joke. That's a Mexican joke.
Oh.
You get that, though. Only me and you get that. Do you even get it?
No.
Fucky.
Oh, yeah.
I thought some of the writing and the performances were kind of cheesy. Like an example is when she sees him, like, topless in his room and she just runs and hides like a little child. I'm like, this is dumb. Like, why is she acting like a fucking retard? Another example is, like... whenever Pentecost... it's been a couple weeks since I've seen this, but there's some sort of line where... I think someone touches Pentecost. He's like, firstly, never touch me. Secondly, never touch me. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, you sound like a jackass. Like, some of the writing was just kind of dumb. I mean, whatever. It's like, you're going to have some...
I love this movie, so when I watched it, it was really hard for me to find issues, so I was just, like, trying to over-evaluate everything. And I was watching the scene where they were doing the hand-to-hand training, like trying to find like who matches up with who. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking they have these giant fucking robots and this great technology. It's really cool that they stick with basics, like with the hand-to-hand training and everything. But I would have liked to see some more like high-tech training that's going on as well. But
that wasn't really training. Well, that scene was supposed to find out if they were compatible with each other.
Right.
It wasn't them training. It was them like... I think the whole purpose of that... Because I had a note about that too that I got rid of. Because I think the whole purpose of that scene was for them to fight and see how evenly matched they are and like their styles to see if they're compatible. Not like... You know what I mean? Like they were doing it just to see their compatibility.
Right. Okay. It was just purely for compatibility.
That's what it seemed to me like.
Okay. Because I knew they were doing it for that, but I also figured that like it was somewhat for fighting purposes as well.
Yeah, I mean it could have been. I didn't get that out of it though. I just like took it as like it was just like the whole scene was just to see it. Like, you know what I
mean. Whenever they do this next movie, I hope they do some sort of training scene. I want to see some of these people. Like I know we saw Mako getting used to like using the machine for the first time. But
is it Mako or Mako?
Mako?
Is it? I can't remember now.
It's been too long since I watched this.
I'm gonna have to go with Mako.
I'm bad with foreign names. I really am. Racist. Love this movie. Bad with foreign names. Yeah, I just some training. I want to know more about how they became so good. Some sort of because they started with him being really good at this.
Yeah.
I want to see some struggle in this next movie.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
About them getting there.
The only struggle they have is just like trying... The only struggle you get whatsoever is just
the
like
rabbit.
Their link and like how if they're compatible and being able to control it with their mind. And that's like it, really.
Dude, I didn't realize the first time I watched this that rabbit was an acronym for something.
I don't even remember what part we're talking about.
They kept saying "Don't chase the rabbit" in the
Oh, like whenever you're in the neural link.
Yeah, whenever you're in the link.
Or
don't chase the rabbit. It was like some sort of brain something brain something.
Well, I took it like they were just saying like don't like try to like just kind of like sit there and like let it happen. Like not like
right, no, yeah. It was both a metaphor for what you shouldn't be doing, and there was an actual acronym that went with rabbit.
Yeah. Okay.
If you listen to whenever he says "Don't chase the rabbit," he says something immediately after, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" That was literally the word "rabbit."
Okay.
Never caught that before, but
I didn't catch that at all. This is probably the part that pissed me off the most about the whole fucking movie.
The Drift. That's what it was called, The Drift. Okay. I was trying to remember the name of the...
Yeah, that's what it was called, The Drift.
The Link, The Drift.
This is what pissed me off more than anything. Like, probably 5 minutes into the movie, like, Mako just breaks out in a song and starts singing. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Whatever. So this really didn't make much sense to me. Like, so the government is funding the Jaeger program, right? Uh-huh. But then they're not going to fund it anymore once the wall is up, okay?
Why didn't they start funding the Jaegers again after the wall went down?
Well, that and, like, why do they seem to stop funding it before the wall is even done? Because, like, all the Jaegers are getting destroyed and they're not making new ones or repairing them. They're like, we have 3 left. I'm like, why is the government not still helping them?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get that. I was like, why aren't they still helping them? Why aren't they building more? That didn't make much sense to me. But the motive of the invaders isn't the most original idea at all. Like, aliens are sending something to destroy humans so they can colonize the planet and move on.
I agree. These ones are much cooler than anyone I've ever
seen. That's Independence Day. That's the exact plot of Independence Day.
I'm aware.
As I was watching, I was like, wait a minute here. Other movies have done it too, not just Independence Day, but...
Dude,
I did like that they mentioned that they tried to do it before with the dinosaurs. I thought that was a really cool mention, but it was a little fugazi because I don't get that.
Yeah, I would have wished they would have left that phrase out with the whole dinosaurs thing.
I mean, I like the thought of it, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
If they would have done something where you're like, that makes sense, like, that would have been really cool.
I think it would have just been simpler if they would have left all that shit off.
There's another question I don't have about... Okay, so why don't these suits, actually all have missiles and projectiles? Something, it doesn't make any sense to me. At least have a gun or something, for fuck's sake, because they have to wait, half the suits, they have to wait for them to get close up to him to do something. Why don't you just have a bunch of missiles and shoot it and kill it?
Okay, I have a theory for why.
Oh, boy. Am I going to shoot this down?
Maybe. I mean,
This better be good.
These kaiju, where are they attacking?
In the water.
No, what are they attacking?
Everything?
Larger cities, right?
Okay.
They're attacking larger cities.
Okay.
If you're fighting near a larger city, you don't want missiles going off all around there. One stray missile goes into a city. You know what I mean? A cop can't be firing a gun in a crowded area because he doesn't know what a stray bullet could end up hitting. You don't know what's going to happen in the process of battle.
But, if a guy comes into, a crowded area with a fucking AK and a rocket launcher and starts destroying everything, they're going to pull out weapons to shoot him regardless of who's there. If a fucking kaiju goes into a city and is demolishing the whole thing, I think using some projectiles and risking collateral damage to save the world is going to be worth it.
Well, maybe they do.
And not to mention, just fucking shoot them as they're coming into, from the coast and shit.
Maybe they do have these projectiles, but they just... Oh, yeah, no, you're right about that part. But maybe they do have these projectiles, they just choose not to use it unless it's an absolute emergency.
Even in the water, I'm like, why aren't they just shooting it? And then, they have a plasma gun... But the one fight, they don't even use the plasma gun until the very end when they're right up on him. Why didn't they lead with that? Why didn't you shoot it? And clearly it doesn't run out of ammo because they walked up as a joke to shoot it in the head.
But it was
also a reference to the beginning, which I got, because it wasn't dead in the beginning. I thought it was.
I fucking love that one.
I thought that too, but I'm like, well, clearly it doesn't run out of ammo because they're wasting it. Why aren't they using this all the time?
Maybe he was just really mad.
Why didn't they just say something like this thing has a reach, you know what I mean? Something where they can't use it all the time, maybe. But I didn't understand. I just didn't get why these why the Jaegers weren't just constantly shooting just guns. Have big guns they were shooting at them. I don't know.
Yeah,
that seems silly.
My next note is talking about Mako's memories about just the whole flashback kind of thing with her and meeting Stacker Pentecost for the first time. You know what I mean? I thought all that was done really well.
Yeah, I liked all that too.
I loved her whole backstory and whatnot.
I mean, whenever they started showing him as a pilot of a Jaeger, that's when I was the timeline still started messing with him even more, and then I think I realized I was just retarded, and it made sense. Mm-hmm. But then I forgot that too, so I don't know. But my next note is that I wanted to fuck Mako really bad.
Nice.
She was really hot, dude.
Let's see.
I enjoyed both of the Doctor's characters.
I was... For some reason, I'm still a little iffy with Charlie Day's character.
Dude, I put especially Geisler, Charlie Day's character. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, there were times where I really like him and times where I was I wish he wouldn't be so Charlie Day right now.
Yeah.
But, I think they gave his character a little too much free reign.
I haven't seen anything he's really been in at all, so you know what I mean. I'm not
So if you ever, I mean,
he's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I know you got a million things to watch, but Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a really.
So for me, it's not. I'm not man, he's so Charlie Day. It's you've seen him in other stuff, so you know.
Yeah, he rambles on. He's I'll stand by this. He's the white person's Kevin Hart.
Okay.
He just talks really loud and fast, and it's confusing.
Yeah.
I did have a note about the scientist. How does the scientist not realize how the bridge worked? How didn't he realize that
That seemed like common sense to me, too.
Yeah, it seemed like something he should have known if he's a fucking scientist.
I agree with that.
Not some fucking gangster pointing it out. You love Ron Perlman. He was in Hellboy, so he worked with Guillermo del Toro before, so
that doesn't make it okay.
I love fucking Hellboy too.
I've never seen Hellboy, and I have no desire to watch it.
Yeah, I saw the second one like once, but I've never been able to find a fucking copy of it anywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Fucking Hellboy too.
Hellboy. Hellboy one though.
And I actually talked to you about this, but I'm gonna go like. Wait, how much do you have more? Do you get some more notes?
I talked about the air pocket explosion. The father, whenever the son went in to sacrifice himself, I kind of wish that the father, they would have been switched roles. I wish that the son was out with an injury and the father was going in with Stacker because he kind of worked with Stacker before.
Yeah.
And I don't know,
I think they kind of had to, though, because, like, if you look at it, like, what happened totally redeemed that guy's character. Because his character out the whole movie's a douchebag, he's a dick, he's not doing the right thing, he won't suck it up and be mature about it, and he ends up sacrificing himself to do the right thing and realizes he was wrong. Yeah. So it's kind of a redemption for his character. But, I mean, I do see what you're saying. Because if you switch the roles and he's sitting there and it happens to his dad, you're like, why'd the asshole live?
Yeah, like, if he would have, no, because it could have been a redeeming moment for him because he could have, like, realized he was wrong and had, like, a moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where he, like, apologized and redeemed himself in other ways. Like, his dad was kind of showing him, like, the right way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I remembered a comment that you made to me that the end was just 2 Category 4.
Oh, let me. This is my next thing here.
Is this you correcting yourself?
No, I didn't know what categories they were.
Okay, yeah, I paid attention to that part when they were mentioning it. It was 2 Category 4s and a Category 5, which was the largest they've ever seen before.
Okay.
So this you not only have 4 of what was previous the largest ever, but you also now have a 1-upper.
I mean, it didn't look much bigger though. They look the same to me in the fight.
Yeah, I don't know what the size scale was working off of. So I went ahead and looked it up. However, I can't zoom in on it in my fucking notes, so I'm going to have to pull up the image. You can talk though.
Okay, so I love the entire end sequence with him going to seal the breach or whatever with the nuke. I thought it was all really well done. I thought the whole last part of the movie up to the end was great. I thought Pentecost and the younger dude with him dying was really well done. The only complaint I have at the end was I was expecting them to get to the breach, and like I understand like you're saying it was a Category 5, but like I mean it didn't like I didn't see anything like I was expecting to happen was they get to the breach and like this giant fucking like massive like Category 10 kaiju comes out like fucking huge.
Yeah, just like it just covers the entire.
Yeah, like
hole.
fuck. I'm like holy shit because as I saw those ones I'm like You know what I mean? Like, I guess you said there was a Category 5. It just didn't even seem any different from the other 2. I guess it was fast, because one of them seemed to be moving really fast. Was that the Category 5? Because one of them was like, it's so fast we can't even see it or something.
This one who had, like, the trio fucking tail going on and the X-looking face.
Okay.
His name was Slattern.
Slattern. Yeah, I was expecting, what I was thinking was going to happen was, like, this giant fucking, like, Category 10 comes out, like, way bigger than the ones they've seen, and they'd have to fight it like just huge. But instead, they just have like I put that they had 2 Class 4s, but you said they had a Category 4 and 2 categories of Category 5. And I also thought it would make perfect sense because it would have been so big and unstoppable. It would make perfect sense for Pentecost and the kid to have to sacrifice themselves to kill it. But instead, they did it to stop those ones. Like the only way they could stop this thing because it's so huge is just to sacrifice themselves and destroy their Jaeger and blow it up.
Yeah.
And then, like, I thought it would have been just a lot better. But
this thing is pretty huge compared to the other ones.
I mean, it didn't seem visually big in the movie.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't see the other 2 on here, but the 2 Category 4s. But I'll start from the beginning. So, the Statue of Liberty. There's even ones from other monsters from other movies on here, so I'm gonna go across all like the big ones. Oh fuck, I sent that to you. Statue of Liberty, 305 feet. All right, so that's a baseline right there. Ani Baba was the crab one that was in Mako's flashback.
Okay.
He was 185 feet. Not that big.
Yeah.
Shorter than the Statue of Liberty. Godzilla from the 1998 movie. 215 feet. Itachi, he was the one that flew up in the air in the middle fight sequence.
Okay.
220 feet. Leatherback, 200. He was also in that middle sequence there. 282 feet. Cloverfield. I skipped over the Cloverfield monster. He was 268 feet. I don't think Trespasser. I think that's from the video game. I'm skipping over that one.
Move closer.
My mic. Knifehead. He was the one that fucked up the Jaeger at the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
330 feet. These two are from the video game. I looked those up. The Bando Aqua Monster from Phantom Menace. 750 feet. That's really fucking big.
Yeah.
That's twice the size of that last one we were talking about. Godzilla from the most recent Godzilla movie. Oh, it seems like it got smaller. Oh, that was the length of that Aqua Monster. Okay. Godzilla from that 2014 movie, 384 feet. Slattern, that category 5 at the end, 392 feet.
Well, how much bigger is it than the last one from the movie that was the biggest? That one. Right?
Yeah, he was a category 4, right?
Yeah.
330 feet. So about 50,
like 60
50
feet taller.
60 feet taller.
Like, that's not really that much bigger.
Yeah. And just the last one they have on there is the Kraken.
The Kraken.
415 feet.
Yeah, like I thought they should have had like a huge one. They should have had like a 15 million foot one.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love movies with giant monsters.
Yeah. Well, think how much more you would have loved if that even gianter one.
Yeah, that would be the biggest fucking one in movie history.
Yeah.
At least recorded.
Yeah, that'd have been cool. Like, this picture, like, it just comes and, like, the Jaeger is, like, walking and they show it, like, compared to the Jaeger, and you're like, oh, fuck. He's a big one. I mean, that's the only complaint, and, like, it didn't ruin the ending by far for me. I just thought it was still a great ending. I just thought it would have made it greater. But Ron Perlman's mid-credit scene was dumb because I hate Ron Perlman. I thought it was really cheesy. I was like, oh, cool, he's alive in there, and that's dumb.
I loved it.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. All right, that's it for. Wait, let's rate it. What'd you give it? Let me guess. 9.5.
Can I do that?
I don't care. No, you're for the first time. You're not allowed to give it a point something. You gave it a 10.
I just like the movie. It's more of a personal thing. That's I understand most people wouldn't.
That's a little
give
much.
It a 10.
That's unfair. Your opinion is wrong. I gave it a 7.5.
Love that movie. Oh yay, Dave! Yeah.
And then better.
Is that what you gave Doctor Strange?
I can't remember. I actually initially have this as a 7, but I raised it to 7.5.
It's a really fun movie.
Yeah. It's alright.
It's enjoyable. Really.
Alright, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back with our top 5. That was. We're back, and I'm still upset with his opinion on Moana, and that he won't admit that he's wrong.
I contemplated suicide many times during my discussion with Dave.
Okay, you need to move closer to the mic, or people can hear you.
Suicide. Suicide.
Remember, I went to the stock room earlier to check on an employee to make sure he didn't Kurt Cobain himself. I told him that too.
Really?
He's like, "Why would I?" I was like, "I don't know." We thought there might be a shotgun back here somewhere, hidden amongst the Snickers.
That's funny.
All right, we're back, and we're gonna do our top 5. And here comes our top 5.
You go first. Oh wait.
You're an ass.
That's fucked up.
You're doing so well until just then. All right, top 5. All right, this week's top 5 is top 5 remakes. We had a couple people submit theirs. We have Brooks submitted his, and we had another person submit theirs too. We'll go over both theirs.
Wait, someone else did?
Yeah.
What?
So, yeah.
Anyone we know?
Yes, but I mean, he doesn't have his real name on his Twitter, so I'm not going to give his real name.
Oh, what if you wrote it on there with a Sharpie?
Let's see here. There, it's right about there.
Okay.
All right. So, oh boy, I just poked myself in my ass. All right. So we always give ours first, right?
Let's just do theirs.
Really?
Yeah. Change it up a bit.
All right, we'll go ahead and start with ours.
I guess we should start with ours.
Because we don't want them to upcut us.
Well, yeah, because if we're... Yeah.
All right, top 5 remakes. My number 5 remake is The Fly. You ever seen that?
No.
Real fucking good, dude.
I looked up so many movies to figure out what my list was.
Dude,
and I was just like, I've never seen, like, all of these.
That movie's so great, dude. Fucking Brundlefly, it's so great. Oh, it's just a great movie. You need to watch. Jeff Goldblum's awesome in it. There's this one scene... That's good. There's this one scene where he doesn't realize that he's starting to get strong, and he arm wrestles some guy and just fucking shatters his arm and his fucking breaks in half because he's so strong and doesn't realize it.
Because he's really a fly. Funny. He's a giant fly.
Yeah, he's getting stronger because he's turning into a giant fly.
I didn't even know flies are like supposed to be strong.
It's great. What's your number 5? I'm sure it's dumb.
It's dumb. Alice in Wonderland.
It's not a remake.
Yeah, it is.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
I said I was kidding.
Okay, good.
It's not. But, okay.
Good. I like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was cool in that. I would put Pirates of the Caribbean on there, but it's not a remake.
Okay. Some great information. My number 4 is My Bloody Valentine.
Oh.
I think that's probably... it's not. It's one of the best horror remakes ever.
Yeah, it's really good.
You haven't seen it because you don't watch good movies. Dude, you just watch... Oh, the movie was so good. So, dude,
I think I have it.
Really?
Yeah.
The remake or the original?
I think Ashley has it.
The remake and the original are both fucking awesome. They're both great.
I don't know
movies.
which is which.
I don't know, but you should... Well, the remake is in 3D. It's the...
I don't have 3D.
I mean, but it might say My Bloody Valentine 3D on it. Because the movie was called My Bloody Valentine 3D.
It was like one of the first movies to like come back with 3D, right?
Yeah, it came out before Avatar.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it and being like, oh my god, I've never seen 3D.
3D at a movie theater, that's crazy.
I have before that, but I haven't seen the new 3D. I was thinking about it, I was like, I wonder if my memory of it is making it better than it was because the 3D was the first time I saw that 3D. And it was just amazing.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, but I watched it since, so probably not. But I need to watch it again. But my number 4 is My Bloody Valentine.
My number 4 is The Jungle Book. Oh. That one that came out last year or this that was this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this year. That was a good movie. Visually good.
Okay.
Visually good. I can't wait for the live action.
How many songs were in that?
2.
How many songs were in the Jungle Book?
2. Oh, the original?
No, the new one.
2. The original had a shit ton.
There were more than 2. 3. There were just 2.
I remember there were...
You're ever telling me that all these Disney movies have tons of songs and the Jungle Book has 2?
It was also a live action movie, though.
So fucking what?
I don't know what you mean to tell
Mary Poppins was live action, it had tons of songs in it. Because live action doesn't mean it can't have songs.
It wasn't all live action.
But this is still a Disney movie.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yes, live action in as much as one character is live action, the rest are all animated. Why'd you bring this back to Moana?
I didn't. You did.
Motherfucker.
You fucking
all right.
did.
You fucking did. Number 3 is Magnificent 7. If you don't know how good Magnificent 7 is, all you gotta do is go back and listen to our Magnificent 7 review, and I will suck its fucking cock the whole time because I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, I've seen that since, and it was a really fucking good movie.
So that's definitely number 3 on mine. I had a hard time keeping it down to number 3, but I just have some real winners above it. So, what's your number 3?
That.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I was shaking my head up and down.
If there is a certain movie above that on your list, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Like, really mad. Legitimately
mad. Have that?
Okay, my number 2 is Night of the Living Dead. The remake.
Uh-huh.
You probably didn't even know they remade it in 1990.
No.
Guess who remade it?
George Romero.
Someone we know, his good friend, Tom Savini.
Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Tom Savini.
Tony Todd plays the main character. It's a great fucking remake. Great movie. What's your number 2?
Godzilla.
I'm getting real.
It's real. That's it. Don't you believe me?
Godzilla's a great movie. This.
Wait. No, please. The reveal is much funnier.
No, I won't look at it. I won't look at it until later.
Yes.
You scratching my hand up? Jeez, you gotta cut your nails there, buddy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Godzilla's
a great remake.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I feel like you're just getting nervous for what my number one is.
I saw it in the theater. God, jeez, you cut me, man. I'm bleeding.
You shouldn't have taken it out of my hand.
That's no excuse to cut me.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
I saw it in the theater, and I remember when I saw it, the scene where they blow up Madison Square Garden and you think Godzilla's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know how long the movie was. I didn't know how much time was left, and people were getting up to leave the movie. And I'm like, that was a great movie. And then fucking he's not dead. There's a half hour after that. I'm like, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Even though you don't get like a lot of people complain that there's not like that much of like seeing him fight and stuff.
I don't have a problem with that.
Dude, I like as soon as they started fucking fighting and he's using his what's his breath called? There's a name for it.
Mohaga breath.
Yeah, Moana breath.
Yeah, Mohaga, not Moana.
No, is that really what it's called?
No.
I didn't think so. I was like, that's dumb.
All right.
Oh fuck, what's it called?
Let's just move
Atomic
on.
breath.
Okay,
Atomic breath.
Atomic
Is that
breath.
it?
That's nice. Maybe.
Oh, it was badass though.
It was a really good movie.
It was badass.
My number one, The Thing.
The giant monsters are cool. The Thing's cool.
Thing. Have you seen that?
No.
That movie's fucking amazing.
That's the one where they're like in the ice stuff, and there's that guy who's smoking a cigarette in a trench coat.
Yeah. It's really fucking good. Great fucking movie.
I watched the X-Files episode one time that was kind of like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much seemed like a rip-off of The Thing. It really was. I think it was called...
Oh, good.
All right, what's your number one?
My number one is Sweeney Todd.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Dave was scared it was going to be Halloween.
I was scared Halloween was going to be on your list. I was getting really mad. That's a shame.
There it is.
That's unfortunate.
I liked it.
So, Sweeney Todd, talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like musicals, so I'm not going to talk about it.
I liked Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, I know you did.
That's real nice.
I
Anyway, my number one is The Thing.
I already talked.
Oh.
We're on mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mine was Sweeney Todd, and I kind of hinted at it earlier whenever I was talking about Johnny Depp, but I didn't necessarily say it.
You were foreshadowing.
I was foreshadowing.
No, it's for, not fur.
Foreshadowing.
You're not putting on a fur coat and putting
Foreshadowing.
I like Sweeney Todd, actually. It's one of the few musicals I liked.
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely a fun one. It is.
It's horribly dark.
It's cool.
It's awful.
It's cool. It's so cool.
What are your honorable mentions?
I think it was Halloween and Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my god.
The Halloween remake.
Halloween remake was so bad.
By that guy that you don't like.
Thank God that's not on anyone else's list or honorable mentions. Fuck Rob Zombie. Fuck the Halloween. My honorable mentions are The Hills Have Eyes.
I don't like Rob Zombie either, but yeah.
War of the Worlds.
Uh-huh.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Little Shop of Horrors and Vanilla Sky.
Yeah, I only saw Little Shop of Horrors. Dude, let me look at your list. Where is it? All right, is it this one on top here?
Yes.
All right, so I haven't seen that. Oh wait, I saw that. That. I have one so far. Okay, out of the 10 movies you have here, I've seen 2 of them.
You're pretty good at this. You should try watching movies. They're good.
Eat me.
All right, we're gonna do our people. We had some loyal listeners send in theirs. We have Brooks Harrington at Captain America with 2 A's at the end. Sent his top 5 list in. His number 5, My Bloody Valentine. He has good taste. His number 4 is True Grit, which I haven't seen, but I heard it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I also heard that.
The Hills Have Eyes, which I thought was really good. The Departed, which I will never watch because I know that someone gets shot in an elevator and I don't care.
Dude, that movie sucked to me.
I hope no one was listening to this hasn't seen The Departed.
Yeah. Sorry.
Whoops. Hey, if misery loves company. I got it ruined for me, so fuck everyone else.
Dude, I think that's probably one of the most overrated movies ever.
Whoa.
Nah, maybe not ever. I may have exaggerated.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
But yeah,
I should have some people talking about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, whenever he gets shot at the end, I just felt like it wasn't really I know. It wasn't like a big twist to me. It didn't feel like a twist. It felt more like they were like trying to do something that you weren't expecting so drastically.
So you're like, this just seems so contrived.
It's not like a twist it didn't seem like a twist that was like written to happen. It seemed like they just it felt to me like they just decided they wanted it to happen.
Well, they were sitting in a writing room with the finished script going, where can we do something cool and shocking no one expects? Insert here.
Insert guy with gun here.
Yeah. All right.
That's how it felt to me.
His number one is far more of an issue than his number two, which is Star Trek. I hated that movie. That's just me. Everyone has their own opinion. Mine happens to be right, but everyone has their own opinion.
I like the first one.
I hated it.
Yeah, the first one was good.
It's one I liked the least. I liked Into Darkness a lot.
Yeah.
Beyond I wasn't a big fan of, but I don't know. Maybe I liked the first better than Beyond. I don't know. But his honorable mention, he has War of the Worlds, which was good. And we have a new submission here. Long-time listener, first-time submitter. At Alden the Meek 1. That's at AULDENTHEMEEK, the number 1. His number 5 is War of the Worlds. It's a good movie.
I never saw
Number 4 is Jungle Book.
I don't like Tom Cruise.
He's short. His number 4 is Jungle Book.
I have an issue with his face, not his height.
Short. His number 3 is Invasion of the Body Snatchers from '78, which is also the one
I'll never watch Jack Reacher.
He's fucking like, I'm never going to submit again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like, he's reading it, and he's just interrupting everyone because no one's going to care what I have to say.
I thought it'd be funny.
That was very mean of you.
I thought it'd be funny if you were ignoring me the entire time.
That was very mean of you to just interrupt his top 5 like that. You're like, oh, I feel bad now.
Yeah, I do.
And it's really funny that you
Probably
feel bad.
Go end it all.
With some soap. You should eat soap until you die.
Eat soap until I die from soap
from
poisoning.
Pooping out of your ass.
I'll go blind.
Let's start over since you were rudely interrupting.
Yeah.
War of the Worlds number 5, Jungle Book number 4, Invasion of the Body Snatchers number 3, number 2 Total Recall, which I did enjoy that movie actually, the remake. I thought it was really good.
I enjoy 3 boobs.
Yeah, I think they had 3 boobs in the remake.
I think so.
Did they?
I think.
And number 1, Vanilla Sky.
What is Vanilla Sky?
Vanilla Sky is a Tom Cruise movie.
No. You can move on now.
It's this weird fucking movie where all this shit's happening and you don't know what's reality and what's not and what's a dream, and it's a really fucking awesome ending. I love the ending. Big twist at the end. It's really cool.
Does he die?
No.
At the end?
No.
Oh.
Really cool twist. But yeah, that makes up our top 5 for the week. And fuck this shit, we're fucking done.
We're done. Let's go ride a kite up to the highest height. I'm singing because it's
What's
a
that
Disney
from?
show. Mary Poppins.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Go
fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and sail it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Follow us on Twitter at Breakroom BS, number 1, and listen to us on SoundCloud. Breakroom Bullshit.
Breakroom BS is the page. Breakroom Bullshit, you can search that for the show. Alrighty, that really ruined the flow of it. Have a great week.